No, I just sat there making PB&Js for 9 hours.
That sounds horrible.
It was terrible. It was like a child.
Does your hand hurt after like stroking the bread with peanut butter?
I felt like I was in China. I literally felt like I was in like a youth labor camp. It was like 60.
You were just making peanut
it
butter
was just
and jelly.
Yeah, so like those really shitty beer pong tables kids have at colleges that fold out. It was
yeah.
like 14 of those in the basement of a church making PB&J sandwiches. The only thing that was missing was like propaganda from the country in a foreign language. That was the only thing that was missing.
That most genuinely American of all watercraft, the canoe.
I got stand-up dates.
Oh, you do?
The Brokerage Comedy Club presents the open mic showcase. I'm deciding to do an open mic.
Yeah.
Jamie's clapping.
I won't be able to support him.
10:30. It's a 10:30 p.m. show on September 10th, 2021.
I can't bring my tomatoes.
In it's on Merrick Road in Belmore, New York.
I'll be
Tickets
out of
are $12.
I'll be out of the country, so I need somebody else to throw various fruits and vegetables at this man.
Come down to see me for the first time ever do an open mic.
Yeah. No, so I'll talk about it. It sucks.
I'm recording.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Oh, so we do the intro?
What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 13 of Canoecast.
Yeah.
I'm your host, Jack, with my buddy Matt here. Hey,
Hello.
Matt.
What's up?
How's it going?
Pretty shitty. I had a terrible morning this morning.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so I lost my first vaccine card. You didn't know that because we went to the bars together. But I tried to get a replacement before my trip to the EU because they're like, only bring the vaccine card. That's the only thing we want. I'm like, but I have Excelsior and I have the legitimate immunization records from New York, and I don't know if that'll work. So I call CVS. They give it, because the time has come where it's not at the centers like Suffolk, and it's at Walgreens and CVS now. They're giving out vaccines.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, can I get a vaccine card from you guys? I have proof of my immunizations from 2 legally binding sources. Can I get an extra vaccine card with you guys just filling out the dates and that's it? They said, no, you have to call the site. My site was Suffolk. The college? No longer a vaccine site, by the way. It's now a college again, right?
Yeah.
So I call them up. Nobody answers. So then I call a Northwell Health because the Suffolk was linked to a Northwell Health when they were giving the vaccines out. And fuck you, Northwell. But it wasn't in their system either.
They're taking over Long Island. They're like colonizing all.
Yeah,
the,
no, fuck those, dude. Urgent cares and Northwell Health, they're helpful, but fucking they suck. The wait time is terrible most of the times. They have they're understaffed for the most part. It's awful.
What would you rather go to?
Well, as an EMT, as having an EMT background, when I don't really go to the emergency room unless it's an emergency. I broke my pinky toe and I broke one of my fingers. We splintered it at my house.
Has it recovered?
Yeah. Do they look fucked up?
Well, which hand is it? Is it your right hand?
It was my right hand, my right pinky.
Okay,
And
I can kind of tell because your pinky. Hold your hands up again. Yeah, it's way further apart than actually. Maybe not.
Yeah, it's really simple to splint. It's really just a simple, tooth. That popsicle stick?
Yeah.
Just that and tie it around
with some athletic tape or something.
Yeah, that or fuck, what are the gauze? Yeah.
Gauze.
Yeah, that would cost you $200,000 at the hospital. My sister had fucking dehydration. All they gave her was saline, $1,600.
That's
saline
insane.
is just water and salt. But back to that, I call Northwell Health, and they're like, yeah, so you're gonna have to call the site again. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. It's linked to you. Call Suffolk. They're not there. I have to call them again fucking tomorrow. I'm furious. It is so stupid.
My day's pretty good. Went on a hike this morning. I woke up super late.
Oh, did you guys go on the hike together?
Yeah, Jamie's here. What's up, Jamie?
Hello.
Yeah, she's playing her.
Where'd you guys go?
Chromebook. No. Oh, we took edibles. This is our edibles podcast.
Yeah. Do you want more, by the way? You still have some more.
No,
do you want to wait a bit?
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait
and
see if it. So if I eat. Sorry. All right. I ate one square.
Mm-hmm.
If I eat a second.
You ate a whole one?
Yeah.
Oh my
He's
God.
big though. He's
I know.
huge.
Yeah, but if I eat a second one, it's not gonna start until like 45 minutes after I eat the second one.
Yeah, so it's gonna like.
Really?
That's
How it works?
yes. Well, it's digesting. You digest it. It's not like smoking
But
where it's immediate.
What if you already feel it and then you take another one? Like
It just makes it last longer.
So I don't want to draw a picture, but I'm gonna draw a
Don't
picture.
drop it. Don't.
I'm
You're
drawing
a terrible
picture.
artist.
We're doing teaching. So let's say the peak. I'm gonna draw a graph for you guys. So let's
Okay.
say the peak. It'll be a bell curve.
Okay.
Right?
So imagine a bell.
So like let's say you take an edible here, then that bell curve will then increase there, and then also it'll last longer. But if you take it while under the effect, you'll feel the effect more. It's like any medication, you know. Let's say you take like 1 Xanax, right? You're gonna feel the effect. Now let's say you take 2 Xanax. Well, that first one isn't isn't affecting your system yet. You're gonna feel it 2 times as potent, or it's gonna affect you 2 times as much.
Really?
Yeah.
Then why wouldn't people?
Hold on. You gotta speak like closer to a mic. I guess you're gonna.
I'm just.
All right. What are you talking about? Go.
What's the difference of me breaking this half and half, taking
fourth.
one, and then waiting, and then taking the other half? If I feel that more, why wouldn't everybody just do that instead of just taking the half?
Because it could
So
kill you.
hold on. So Jamie said, why didn't she? So if she took a half, why didn't she just take both halves?
So
Yeah, like I screwed myself.
I keep dropping my
I
pencil.
should have taken the whole thing.
Why? No, because after 45 minutes, you're gonna feel the effects of half.
30 to 40. It depends on how much you've eaten before too. Like there's a lot of like things in play here.
I ate 4 taquitos
Four
before.
taquitos. I ate 1 taquito. Yeah.
The half of a square of an edible is your lunch, or is it the cookies that we have in
That's
front
the
of us?
appetizer, This is the lunch.
So the reason you don't take all of it at once is because you could get like I said, killed before. It's not gonna actually kill you. Like nobody's ever died
Wait,
of
so if
weed.
you eat the whole chocolate bar, you could die?
No, you don't die from weed. You just go like into another plane of existence, kind of deal. Like I ate so much of an edible once, I just had to stop everything I was doing and lie on my bed and stare at a white fucking wall for like 3 fucking hours until I came down.
I think that's what happened to me. I think I went to another plane of existence when I smoked an entire like joint. Like I smoked an entire joint by myself, and I had like a very low tolerance at the time, and I ended up. I think I had it was either I went to another dimension when I closed my eyes, or I had a severe panic attack because I thought I was gonna die, and my entire life flashed before my eyes.
Dude.
So I feel like I got the feeling of when you're on your deathbed and you're like getting your last breath.
Yeah.
And that's scary as fuck, because your eyes close and then you start to see, like, when I was a kid, I was riding my bike, and then I started to grow up and I went to school and I made friends, and now I'm not talking to these people anymore, but I met these people and yada. You know what I'm talking about.
Well, the first time I smoked in college, back when it was illegal, but me and my roommates did it, and that was back when I was like, oh, drugs are terrible, I should never do them. I was like a clean boy, I guess would be.
Yeah, I was that way too.
So the first time I took it, I'm like, I'm gonna fucking die. So I was just sitting on the couch, and you can't let that, like, it's like acid, you can't let that negative energy get to you. But so I was sitting on the couch, and like, I feel like my heart is bursting out of my chest, and my friends are like, Matt, you're fine, calm down. I'm like, I am calm, I just feel like I'm dying.
The first time I smoked weed, I was in college, and I was pretty straight edge, so doing it was, it was big. It's like, wow, I'm actually gonna smoke weed, like. But I tried to do the most of it and like have fun, and I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna feel like when I do this. Like, I'm a little bit nervous, but I was like anxious to figure out how you feel when you like smoke pot.
Yeah, it makes you paranoid.
So I think that was a little bit like the paranoia in the beginning, but it slowly built up, and then I spread my arms out wide, and I felt like I could feel the atoms of my body vibrating. You know how when this table that we're talking on is solid, but the atoms of this table are vibrating right now. Isn't that crazy?
Everything's moving all the time.
Everything is moving.
You never actually touch anything, by the way. There's like a small space between like the molecules that you're touching. This is a fun, stupid, nerdy fact, but I always fuck with people like, I'm touching you. I'm like, well, technically, you're never actually touching anybody.
Jamie, can you look this up for me and tell me this is true? So, I heard.
I mean, I'm in a game, but sure.
All right. She's in a game.
Gamer girl. Oh my god.
So, I heard that you can that things like disappear and reappear like 7 times every second, but you can't see it disappear.
What does that even mean?
Because it's like disappearing so fast.
Yeah, I mean, if like you knock a water bottle down and it goes behind your bed and you don't see it.
No.
I don't know what you mean.
Oh, it
Yeah.
disappeared. You
I
found it 7
don't know. I
times.
feel like I heard one time that like you're
We need.
you're
a third
looking
mic.
around and things are like disappearing and reappearing, but it's you can't actually see it happening because of how fast. Like, okay, maybe I'm.
I need
alright.
to take more edibles to keep up with you. Holy fuck, dude.
Well, it's about magicians when I look it up. So.
All right, it's talking
Like you
about
just said
magicians.
when like 7 things disappear and you have no like every
No,
minute
I'm
you have
saying-
no idea.
I'm s-
Like your explanation is like nowhere.
so right. My laptop,
Okay.
I can touch it,
Mhm.
but when I'm touching it, it's like I can't feel it, right?
Mhm.
And it's disappearing and reappearing 7 times every
It
second.
sounds like
But
you
it's
need to go to
disappearing
the
so fast.
hospital.
Like your
No.
You
senses.
put your hand on your computer and you can't feel it, and then it disappears or something.
This
It doesn't
topic-
disappear.
This
but it's
topic
just-
is so fucked.
What? No, I don't know. I thought I heard that somewhere. Maybe somebody was just
Like
fucking
you
with me.
forget about stuff. and
No,
like, you
I mean I
forget
do
about,
forget
like,
about stuff, but
you
that's
forget
not.
about like a PlayStation, and then like you remember I have a PlayStation.
No, but then you would have to forget about it like 7 times. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up.
Or you might lose interest.
Did you have any like preconceived notions of weed, Matt, before you like got into it? Like,
I thought it
You
was
weren't-
like
Here we go.
it was like the devil's cabbage, like the old Christian videos where it's like if you masturbate, your hands will fall off and you'll die. Like so that was the kind of similar upbringing I had was like if you smoke weed, you'll fucking die and go to hell. You'll.
what?
Actually, a real thing.
Well, okay,
Called
it's
disappearing object phenomenon.
okay. So disappearing object phenomenon. Can I read it?
Yeah.
Okay. So I heard this. This is not bullshit, but it seems bullshit because it's this website liveabout.com. Do objects disappear around your home, then inexplicably reappear? You might be a victim of disappearing object phenomenon. What could be the cause? Oh, no, this is when you like lose shit around your house.
Oh.
I mean, like, all right, whatever. Maybe.
You mean
Well,
that they
I'll just
don't
read this
disappear
anyway.
and reappear by themselves?
Yeah.
I feel like that's a mental thing, though, isn't it? Like the same thing with like people who have that one symptom where they can't recognize faces of anybody.
Really?
That's a thing, yeah.
Or, like,
Have you?
disorders?
All right, we're gonna get a little bit off the track here with what I was saying, but have you heard that every time when you're in a dream, and like there's a million people in your dream, like you're walking down, the faces of the people are people that you've seen in real life. You can't invent a face in your dreams.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You've heard that?
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy because I see complete strangers, but I've probably seen that person before in real life. Like when we were walking around New York City, my brain was like logging in some people's like faces to like use in a dream later. I don't dream that often,
Well,
but
think about it. It's your subconscious taking bits and pieces of information that you already have. So it's probably taking like certain facial patterns or like certain facial features like nose, cheeks. Like they aren't gonna match up perfectly sometimes. He's gonna mix and match them subconsciously.
yeah, but what I was saying is that the brain is using the data that it's already gathered. It's
Yeah.
not creating new data.
The subconscious, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I thought the way you were explaining it was that your brain's like like morphing people together.
Well, it
I don't
could,
think it
but
can-
it's based off previous knowledge. So, like, let's say we have your cheekbones, her nose, and my goddamn gorgeous eyes, and we just
Okay.
you're like, let's say you're sleeping,
Yeah.
bam, random stranger, you mix match all of them. It's using like different stuff from your subconscious that you already have. It's like data that you already have you're using.
Okay. Yeah, I get that. I get the way you're explaining it now.
I like how we went from weed to mental issues to dreaming. This is quite a
So I'm gonna get back to this. Disappearing object phenomenon typically involves an object that a person had just been using or that they invariably keep in one particular place. When they go to use the object, it is gone. The person looks high and low for the object, often getting involved in the search, getting others involved in the search, but it cannot be found. A short time later, or perhaps the next day, the person is surprised to find the object will return to the spot where it is always kept, or in other obvious place where the search should have found it. What happened here? Where did the object go? Why did it disappear? How is it returned? There are several possibilities. From the mundane to the peculiar to the profound bizarre. Are you going? Okay.
Keep explaining.
Both psychological and paranormal. Absent-mindedness. I think I definitely get this way.
I feel like... Alright, so I'll get closer. I feel like I've done this while cleaning. Like, have you ever lost something and, like, you look for it for, like, 2 hours and you look at a place you recently, like, looked into great detail and it's fucking there? It's just fucking sitting there? Exactly.
But when I clean, it's harder for me to find things. I know that, like, my soccer bag is on top of my dirty clothes.
You have, like, a system, a messy system, but it's a system. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, my mind works better in chaos.
Yeah. I hate that. That's always the mother, oh, I found it right here. It's like, but I looked there. And she gets to hold it over you for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not the same thing. I thought it was more of like a
How you feeling?
particles disappearing and reappearing.
You should probably eat the other one then, because I'm already feeling it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you should try the other one.
How you feeling?
If you don't, bro. You hear I'm talking.
Your explanation was so out of this world. I loved it.
It was. I'm feeling it.
Do you think that the legalization of weed is good or bad?
I think that people should be able to do whatever they want within reason as long as it doesn't affect other people.
I agree, within reason. I think that people will abuse it and, like, use it during work and be like, oh, well, you can't test me because, I use it for recreational use, so I'll have it in my system no matter what. But it's also beneficial for those who need it, like people who have seizures all the time and the only time it stopped. Like those who have seizures like 10 times a day.
I think my neighbor across the street actually is, like, prescribed stuff because of that.
Yeah.
She has seizures.
You have some miracle stories where it's like, oh, I had seizures every, like, hour I'd have 5, but then when I smoked I'd have 1 a day, and it's like, well, that's
or they microdose
massive.
Mushrooms.
Yeah,
I've heard that too.
microdosing's big too. Yeah, I should try microdose.
You're gonna try microdosing?
First I have to try full dosing. I gotta go. You can't start from small and go big. You gotta go big and you gotta go small.
Go big or go home.
Exactly. Are you feeling anything?
Yeah. Are you feeling it now?
I just feel super warm all of a sudden. Well, you're crazy.
There's
Okay.
still a whole well, just wait, because you might, if all you're feeling is
Like, if I feel warm and then nothing happens, but still,
That
I don't wanna
sucks.
feel too warm. No, this is perfect for me.
is that what happens when you used to smoke? I got all
You'd start feeling warm?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's been 3 years, so I don't really remember. I mean, one time I searched, like, I ate everything in my house, but
Yeah.
the
yeah.
last time that I smoked, and then I was like, I can't.
The hardest part
you-
is not eating.
Wait, so
Yeah.
that's why I didn't do it.
You ate everything in your house?
Yeah. and then
That's,
I can't
I got
like, everything.
I got really high once, and the cheese that you add to tacos, like the shredded cheddar and Swiss, and like the mix.
Yeah.
I just ate that out of the bag, like with my hands and shit. Yeah, it was really fucking.
were you doing handfuls, or were you, like, picking it with, like, the tips of your fingers and, like,
Tips of my
eating, like-
fingers, definitely. Like I wasn't going in like ice cream scoop, shaped hand, being like, "Yep, that's a good amount." Fucking just eating it. Nah.
Or like when you pour a bowl of cereal. Have you ever done this? You pour a bowl of cereal and you're driving to work and you need to, like, scoop it in your hand and eat it.
I've never once in my
You've
life.
never done that?
I've never done.
Am
that.
I a serial killer?
He's told you about this?
I'm like, why is there a bowl on the floor with crumbs in it? It was my cereal. Like,
In the car?
Yeah, I leave
In the
I
car?
leave it, yeah, I eat it.
Do
I
you
put
add
it in the-
milk?
No, I put it in
Okay.
the passenger seat and I eat dry cereal on the way to work sometimes.
It's Sunny in Philadelphia has literally made fun of you.
Really?
Yeah, they had an episode with one of the characters eating cereal with milk while driving.
But it wasn't milk.
I know that's good, but still, what the fuck? Just put it in a
Yeah.
Ziploc bag and eat it at work.
I mean, I'm just trying to multitask. I'm hungry in the moment. I might not be hungry at work. I mean, that's dumb. The more time you wait, the hungrier you are.
How are you? So if you're hungry on the car ride to work, you're telling me you're not gonna be hungry when you fucking arrive there?
As soon as I get busy, I lose my appetite, though. As soon as I start working, I, like, don't get hungry.
That's weird.
And then once it starts to get, like, towards lunchtime, I get hungry because my dumb brain is like, ooh, it's almost lunchtime.
you're cog in
time
the
to eat.
machine, man.
I am. I have a very structured schedule because of the people I hang out with. They
So I-
just always go to coffee at 8 in the morning and then 10 in the morning and then lunch at 1 and then coffee at 3. You get 3 coffee breaks.
See, that's why I like my job. It's not super like monotonous. Like my meetings get moved around all the time. When I went into the office, like the banter you have with the coworkers, right? Sometimes it'd last 20 minutes. Sometimes it'd last an hour and a half somehow. I don't know how that happened, but I get coffee afterwards, so I was never on a schedule.
Okay.
Every day I'd get coffee at different times. So that has never happened to me.
So you would just talk to whoever was over at the coffee machine?
No, I'd go talk to my coworkers, and sometimes the conversations would go on for like an hour and a half.
Oh, yeah.
Or sometimes they'd last for 20 minutes.
Sometimes we cut really good conversations short, and it's sad. It's like, oh man, we really got to go back. But we were having a great conversation.
See, it's funny because my boss sat next to them, and they joined the conversation. So like, as long as they were part of it, I'm like, all right, I'm safe. Like baseball, safe.
Work is paused for the moment. When your boss starts talking to you, work is paused.
Yeah. Dude, are you getting fucking shitty phishing ads at your company?
Phishing ads?
Phishing emails? I get so many phishing emails.
Yeah, phishing emails. I have gotten phishing emails before. I got these. I can like explain them. I don't have like the proper like email in front of me, but
yeah.
So the emails that I would get were like, we've hacked into your computer. And we can see through your webcam, and we know what you're looking at and what you're doing on that webcam. And we're going to send this to your boss if you don't send us 0.002 of Bitcoin. And here's my Bitcoin wallet, and they send us a link. And if you click on the link, it's definitely going to like give you a virus.
Mine are all like badly written, grammatically like incorrect. Like there's so many errors with
them. The Prince of Kenya really needs water for all of his elephants and camels.
See, it'd be like that, but it'd be like the Pronce. The Pronc, comma, of Kenyang needs money. And it's like, well,
the Prince of Kenyang needs money.
Something ain't right here. But I also got real ones that I thought were phishing. So, when we do online trainings, sorry, I'm cursing a lot. But the confirmation, the person who sends the confirmation is labeled as the postmaster. Right?
Whoa.
So I get emails and it's like, hello, this is from the postmaster. I'm like, this has got to be fake, right? I'm like, nobody would ever, like, have a name of the postmaster.
But it was real?
It was real. I sent it to IT and they're like, yeah, this is real. I'm like, what?
Yeah, sometimes I report emails and I just get like, congratulations, you found our phishing email. And it's because my company sends me phishing emails that we're supposed to report every once in a while. Yeah, my company does that. It's like so confusing. I'm like, why are you just spamming our email?
Well, they have to test, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
To retrain. Like, you don't want to...
We did get held at, not gunpoint, but at, for ransom.
Yeah, exactly.
They held their shit for ransom.
Imagine getting held for ransom all the fucking time. Your company will be worth nothing. It won't even be worth holding for ransom.
Yeah. Wow. That's a good way to put it.
You gotta read through the trainings, man. All the time.
Well... I do, and they send us shit about like, oh, here's a new thing that's been going around, and they send a screenshot of it and tell us.
I think the training should just be, don't be a dumbass, like, actually read the email.
It's hard when these like boomers don't grow up with computers. They really gotta learn.
Yeah, typing's a big thing. I see, I don't hate. I'm not like because at some point you do become like biased towards elderly and older generations because they're just slow with tech, but. Some of them work hard, even though they don't type as fast. But there's one lady at work. She works so hard. She like knows everything and can manage everything, but she types with 2 fingers.
Oh my god!
And it drives me crazy. Love her.
Does she have one of those like really mechanical clackety keyboards too?
Yeah, so you hear it slowly. Yeah. But it's funny because I have the same keyboard, but for me it's like.
That's technology, man. I used to go to my mom's office and type on a typewriter for fun.
A typewriter?
They had a typewriter. Yeah, I'd write my grandpa letters with a typewriter.
Did you do the computer class in high school?
In high school?
Yeah.
I took a CAD class, like a drafting class.
I took the computer ed class where they taught you how to type.
Really?
Yeah, I was so good at it because of video games.
I've only learned typing through playing video games.
Yeah, well, because the old Arma games, some of them the setup would be JKL for like, I'm trying to look at a keyboard to see the keys, but the bottom 4 keys by shift, right?
JKLI.
Yeah, JKLI.
Instead of WASD.
Yeah, and to do that, you'd have your hands on the upper keys and then move them down. So your hand was already in the position it should be starting for that side. And the other side was WASD, so that one messed up, I think, your index finger. But for the most part, it trained you for where to set up your hand. It was very nice.
Yeah, I never took a typing class or anything like that. I was self-made.
Yeah, there's like rules. It's like
rules.
It's like don't touch the 3 key with this finger, otherwise you're doing it wrong, and you'll eventually get carpal tunnel. It's like okay,
carpal
whatever.
tunnel. Maybe
Yeah.
I should learn because I don't want carpal tunnel.
It's. I mean, if you type, it can make you type faster too if you get good at it. But
can you die from carpal tunnel?
no.
Is this something to worry about?
No.
Has anyone ever died from carpal tunnel?
I mean, the worst thing that could happen with a hand injury is that you'd cut off your hand, right? Or something would happen. It wouldn't stop all other systems in your body.
Risks and complications of carpal tunnel surgery.
Well, surgery is different. It's surgery. Any surgery can kill you. Not
Yeah,
just carpal tunnel.
look up untreated carpal tunnel issues or something like that.
One half a cookie.
Is it cookie time?
You think that'll cool you down? Yeah.
What are you warm? You need like.
Not warm right here. I'm fine.
I haven't heard anybody describe themselves as warm in a while. It's like I'm just warm, so I know I'm high. I feel like that's more of a drunk thing. People get hot when they're drinking. Right?
Yeah, you get the alcohol blanket.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know.
You ever heard of that?
Yeah, all the time. Are you kidding me? Binghamton cold. We'd go out. It's like 50 degrees. We're like wearing shorts and a t-shirt. It's like it's fine. I drank.
I got my beer jacket on.
Yeah, I drank tequila and alcohol.
What's up, Jamie?
I can tell that I'm high because of how slow I'm eating this cookie. Or if it was real life, it would have been gone.
I mean, this technically is still real life.
Because you ate yours so quick, and I feel like I would eat mine quick. It was only a half.
Give me a cookie.
But I still have it in my hand.
Give me
So
cookies.
it's like a miracle.
So maybe you should
Eat the
smoke pot because then you'll eat slower and you'll get full. Because
Or
the thing with your brain is that when you're eating and you overeat, it's because your brain hasn't processed that your stomach's full.
or that you
I told
don't.
that.
It's a delayed response.
I told you that.
I know you did.
So give me the credit.
Jamie told me.
That's not always true.
No, this didn't take your stomach.
That's not always true.
So they did.
But where's the internal timer?
They did.
That's your brain.
They did an experiment on rats where they took out a certain either chemical or they started with ones that didn't have a certain function within the brain, so they never knew when they were full, right? So the rats would eat themselves to death, and they just keep eating until they became obese, and they would just literally eat themselves to death. So I don't think that is
Speaking of obese,
me.
not you. No, I was gonna say Jamie and I have been watching My 600 Pound Life.
Really?
I love that show.
Do you like that show?
You said you should go on, gain 600 pounds. No?
That's a terrible life to live.
What do you mean? Zach's only like 100 pounds away.
Fuck you.
I'm just kidding.
Maybe if you times 2, I'm only
It's just
100 pounds
interesting
away.
to see how much people love food.
Yeah,
They
it's
have-
good.
Keep eating and versus like living.
That was
Yeah,
my
they have
People
a-
died on that show while they're filming and stuff.
that was my main reason for dieting. I wanted to eat and like not gain too much weight.
It just makes them feel happy. I mean, it's like a sexual thing.
Yeah. I mean, look at how much of America's overweight.
Do we have like the highest percentage of obesity
I am pretty sure we
per
do.
capita?
People think that America's fat because it is.
It is fat.
That's how other countries know like America. Probably like fast food and greed.
Fast food, greed, capitalism. Also, in health insurance that doesn't cover the entire population. That's fun.
I mean, just get a better job.
Yeah. But still,
Yeah, I know.
I hear the
Not
weight.
not everybody can do that because then you need the government stuff.
I mean, they both have issues. Like Gonza's talking about how his aunt in like the EU, so he had to wait like 6 months to get like it's just a test screening for his surgery because if anybody has insurance, imagine all the Americans who are like they check WebMD and they think they're dying of lung cancer because their toe hurts, you know?
Oh my god, I'm like coughing to death.
I don't know why.
That would be unbearable.
I was trying to wash the cookie down with water and I think it went down the wrong pipe. Like I have some cookie in my lung. How much water in your lungs would kill you? All of it? Does your whole lung have to be?
Eat them all.
I probably will.
That's a good question. So the issue with that is so you need a certain amount to definitely kill you, but if you have a certain amount of water in your lungs, if you move around, like lay down on your front, lay down on your back, it's gonna affect your lung. So you could also die with a lesser amount if that water hits every section of your lung, and then like I don't know what it does, but I think it slows down the processes when it's wet.
Okay.
Because your lung is a system that moves out
Mucus.
yeah, all outside sources by like a membrane where it's like a small hair-like follicle that slowly moves it all out.
Oh, that's gross.
Yeah. So if you cover all of it with like water, you could die with less than the required amount that is needed to kill you if it's just like standing still.
For some reason, I always imagine like the tube that goes into the lungs at like the top, but that's not true. It's like in the middle.
The esophagus?
Yeah, basically like your throat goes to your lungs,
Yeah.
but it goes to them in like the middle, not like at like the top. It's not like a top-down thing. Like that's the stomach.
I mean, it is the top side, but it doesn't go like directly into the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not in the middle. I thought it was in the middle.
It's closer to the top
Okay.
because you have like it. So I'm not doing this actually.
No, I don't mean location on the body.
No, I mean
the tube
like
that
where it
goes in the
connects to
lung.
the lungs.
Yeah, exactly.
Where the esophagus eventually the two.
I thought you meant
yeah.
like the top, like your chest. I was like, no, not. I'm not talking about like shoulder blade lungs. I'm
No,
talking
like,
about
of the
like where the
lung.
tube. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's still near the top.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not like directly out of the top. The
Because then how would they
point.
get shit out? They would have to like they'd have to climb.
Yeah. That's
or
like
you'd have to like bounce on your head.
I don't think that affects it. It's just slowly moving it up, right? It's your body slowly ejecting the outside sources. That's why, like, when you're sick, you don't clear out that final bit of mucus until, like, you're finally ready.
It's so nasty.
Yeah, that final glob.
Ugh. I know. Yeah, when you're like hacking up along, like,
And you're like, wow, I feel healthy again. That's it.
Finally.
That fucking thing killed me. It's like a thing in the fucking bottom of the sink. Yeah.
there's a party upstairs. Who?
I wasn't expecting to see Shannon. That was funny.
I don't think 2 people qualify as a party.
It's 5.
If anything,
Yeah,
that's-
all of us.
How
the
many
worst party.
people qualify as a party?
Depends on, well, is
I
it
can
like,
have a party just by myself.
is it a
So,
pregame?
Okay, so you're saying a self party is the best party?
Is it a pregame? Because I feel
No,
like a pregame
I'm just saying
is
like how many people make a party?
1.
Like when you're at a restaurant, you can say a party of 2, or do you say 2 people for a table, please?
Now, are you referring to like a party for a restaurant and
No, I'm saying
table
both.
order?
I'm saying
okay,
both.
both.
Both. If you're going to a restaurant and if you're going to
An actual party.
an actual party,
Okay.
so when can you call it a party, or when it's like a gathering?
These
when
2
it's like-
values are different, though. I feel like for a party in a restaurant, I could be like a party of 2. You know, this has to be greater than 1.
Okay, so anything above
Above 1 for
is a party.
restaurant.
Okay.
Not for an actual party. For an actual party, I feel like a requirement is music, not even people.
Not even just music.
You need a certain amount
so
of
if it's
people and music.
If it's you and music, it's a party.
Yes.
But
Well, probably
people
we
listen to
probably
music all
want
the
more
time.
people than just yourself. I mean, I do love music, and
Yeah.
I
So
will
how many
party.
people? If you're hanging out with just your friends, like I'm just hanging out with my friends. When does it become a party?
Depends on who they are. Like I could have like a pregame and party with 6 people, but I could also have a pregame and party with like 4 people or 3 if I know them really well and they're funny all the time.
But would you call the 4 people a party? I partied with 4 people.
Yeah.
Or would you say I was drinking? When does it become a party? I just want to know. What number? Give me a number.
Well, couldn't you also describe like a party with 30 people as I went out drinking?
Yeah, but
Okay.
I'm saying like at your house, just like a party. How many people are you going to invite, and then
Like-
you're going to call it a party?
8, I think minimum.
8
maybe?
minimum?
I don't know.
8's
Maybe like 6, 7.
Alright.
Depends on who you have.
I'd probably say like 20.
20.
20 people makes a party.
That's a lot. Actually, that's not too much.
It's
but-
not that much if you think about it, like the grand scheme of like.
But like,
like
imagine having a party. It's like, yeah, I had a party at my small ass apartment. It's like that could fit 8 people, but it has to have 20 to be labeled as a party.
Well, I had a gathering in my apartment with 8 people.
A gathering.
Yeah, at a small event.
A chateau.
I hosted a get together. These are all different things you could say instead of party. Because people just throw the word party around like it's nobody's business.
I hate when people say darty all the time.
Darty?
Like a day party.
Just call it a fucking party.
Yeah, no.
What are you in college?
Yeah, I was in college, and people would just like be like, "Oh, I'm going to a darty."
A darty is acceptable in college. If
A
you're
day
saying
party?
if you're saying a darty and you're a day out of college, something wrong with you.
I think it is unacceptable in both situations. To say a party, doesn't matter what time you're fucking going, it's a party.
Okay. So why can't you say it in college?
Because what do you mean? It doesn't fucking matter. It's
It's the slang. It's young people.
day party.
Yes.
Let's say party.
No, because party is like we're pre-gaming at like 8 p.m. and we're gonna show up at the house at 10. That's a party.
Go to
Back
a
in
frat
college? No,
house,
I'm just being honest.
open up a wooden gate, go in some stranger's backyard.
That's what I did. That was the first party the cops ever showed up at.
Oh, I went to a party once. It was a frat house. The cops raided it, and an hour after they raided it, everybody just went fucking back in. It's so funny, yeah.
The cops will never expect us just going back to the same place.
They're not gonna raid the same place twice.
Who would do that?
They already
And-
took out all the 18-year-olds, guys. It's all good.
If someone called them and they're like, "Oh, there's a party." An hour goes by after the raid. Oh, there's a party again. It's like, nope. You just called us back. This is like a prank call.
So
We're not raiding the same place twice.
This is like court. You can't try the same case twice. You know, you can't go to the same party twice.
Double jeopardy.
Have you ever gotten a
My
noise?
mouth is so full.
Have you ever gotten a noise complaint where the cop comes to you and says, "Lower the volume"? It's like
No, but I was sitting on the roof of my house,
Mhm.
and a cop told me to get off.
What?
I don't know if he's allowed to do that. Is he?
I don't think so. It's your house, right? All of that's your property. If you hurt yourself, it's still technically on your property.
Yeah, he told us to go inside.
And we don't even live close enough to an airport where like maybe he would have like the legal right to say you can't obstruct your roof, you know.
With what? I'm standing on it. A plane's not gonna hit me.
Yeah. I love drinking at Ben's house. You just sit on the roof and drink. Gonna do that in my new house. We got some opening windows. You just walk on the roof and then you fall
Nice.
through. Yeah.
And you fall through
into the attic. Yeah. It's fine.
on the second floor.
On the second floor, yeah.
Or you're gonna sit on the second floor and drink.
So it's really nice. One of the bedrooms on the second floor. So it has like a little like a porch, right? And the porch has a roof, and it's connected to one of the windows on my sister's house, on my sister's room on the second floor. So what she could do is she could like put a lawn chair out there and just like drink a beer.
Nice.
That sounds sounds pretty nice.
Sounds cool. Yeah, drink it with a site, with like a scenery, like a site. It makes the alcohol taste better.
Yeah, dude. The trailer roof you could go on. There's literally like a ladder to go on top of it.
That's what we gotta do next time we drink. We just go on your trailer roof.
Yeah. Well, I want to go camping with it, so I could bring like a telescope and just drink and smoke on the top while like looking at stars and shit.
That'd be cool.
That would be pretty,
badass.
Yeah, nice. I'd have to set it up before I get super gun and be like, I'm trying to find these star constellations, but I don't know where we are. In space? No, on Earth. I have no idea where we are on Earth. Let me figure that out before I start looking at space.
You could use an app.
An
Jamie
app?
has an app on her phone that she could just point towards
The sky?
the sky, and it shows the constellations over your head.
It's recognition, man.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Because it like uses your location and hacks your phone and looks at your emails.
No,
and-
it's more programming where it recognizes certain structures.
Yeah, no, it's just also spying on you.
I don't think so. You're not that important.
So you don't think that your phone is like? I feel like I'm on a watch list.
I feel like it's tracking you for like ads and like to get you to buy goods, but I don't think like an FBI that whole idea that an FBI agent is watching everything I do online. Like, do you know how many FBI agents we'd fucking need and like have on payroll?
How big of an ego do you need to have your phone be tapped? Like,
Well,
you think that the people think that you know something that no one else knows,
Well,
and that your phone's being tapped?
I feel like that's more of like a mental be like, oh, I know these conspiracy theories and nobody else knows them, but the government.
So it's like a
know
mental
them.
illness.
I wouldn't say it's maybe. I don't know if you could classify it. I'm not a neuroscience major.
Being easily convinced to conspiracy theories, is that a mental illness?
I don't know, because you have a certain state of gullible, and then you have like believing something that is completely impossible.
How gullible are you? Do you think you fall for shit?
Kind of. I was a Cutco salesman.
You were a part of a pyramid scheme.
But to be fair, Oh wait, I can't say that, but that was technically.
No, you can say that. I'll just bleep it out. Say it.
All right, so technically that was back when I was a drug dealer in
Oh,
college.
really?
Yeah. I mean, once space travel, if we ever become affluent enough to do space travel, the value of everything will go down, right? Because you find like there's a planet that is just entirely a diamond. Imagine going there and being like, "What's the value of a diamond now?" You know, let's break off a piece.
True. Yeah. If everybody's allowed to go to whatever planet and harvest shit,
Yeah.
they can have as much money as
But then
as
we
they
also have
want.
to think like, will the population increase if we go to every planet, and will that also affect it?
I feel like raising a kid in space would be really hard.
Really hard.
Yeah.
What if it's like a colony where you have other people raising kids and stuff?
That's a good point. Just have space colonies where they just raise children over there.
Well, no, I mean like, so let's say a terraforming Mars, and you go with like 20 families. Like all those families gonna have kids.
So I was thinking the whole time you were talking about this, like, if you're pregnant in space, like,
Just like
they would have to put you in like a bigger suit because when you're pregnant, the stomach
you get
you get the pregnant stomach, and then when you go to have the kid, right?
You
it would
need a
have to
different
pop
size
out. You
space
need a
suit?
different size space
I'm
suit.
glad you're thinking of the hard-hitting questions. Can't you just give her the spacesuit for somebody who's fatter? You know, like an XL.
Yeah, but then once she has the kid, there's nobody that can like, because if you take the spacesuit off, you die. So you can't just like give birth to a kid and like it comes out of the spacesuit. It would die.
Stays in there.
I know it
stays in
does.
this- no, oh
It's
my
in the
God.
spacesuit with the mom, and then you're gonna have to build an extension on her spacesuit for
No.
little Jimmy, and then snip his
Snip him.
umbilical cord once he's big
You
enough.
just put him in the one that Mini-Me wore in the Austin
Do you-
Powers.
Now-
I've never seen
now do you-
Austin Powers.
I have
Never
so
seen
many
it.
questions. So when you think we eventually colonize another planet, you think it's just one spacesuit per person? You don't think they'd be able to, have multiple
Make,
size
like,
spacesuits for a
airlock.
pregnant woman?
It's gonna be like Wall-E.
Well, they're gonna make like an airlock, and you're gonna just be able to walk around like on Earth.
Well, that too, but even if they have spacesuits, you don't think, hey, they probably have an extra one that's bigger than me? You
Yeah, but I'm
know?
trying to say like when you're a baby, you can't move around, so why put him in a spacesuit?
Why is a baby going?
You maybe put him in like a space stroller,
Put it in-
Like Yoda? Like the little Yoda ball?
and then they got little space toys that they can play with in their space stroller.
I don't like this topic anymore.
You don't like it?
It's
I don't like
weird.
this.
All right.
Well, because it's just...
Thanks for fucking having my back on this,
Well,
guys.
because- First of all,
Some
that's
of it's-
scary because
We watched a movie where a
I
guy
don't like-
was trapped on a spaceship because he
Mhm.
was a mechanic and he fell apparently,
Yeah?
and he went up and he ruined the whole space mission. It's on Netflix. It's pretty good.
Oh.
it wasn't good because the ending was bad.
Well,
remember?
the ending was
Stowaway.
like, oh fuck, yeah, it was called Stowaway on
I
Netflix.
like the other one that we
It's a
watched
good movie.
about the guy
What guy?
and the water, and he was in the water. And
The guy in the water. He was in the
Wait,
water.
no. Remember? And then they watched
Remember.
the video and they were
Remember?
watching him,
Watching
and
him.
he was dead, but then he came back alive. Remember that? We
Was it the
watched
Captain
that.
movie?
No. That was with the
Oh wait, no.
tourist.
The
That
one,
was
the one with the
The
woman.
diver.
The one with
The
the diver.
diver,
Oh,
yeah,
the
yeah.
diver movie. That was a good movie.
I don't know what that one was called.
Was that
though.
Fortress or something?
No, Deep Water.
Deep Water?
Deep water diving?
I'm gonna look it up now. It was.
It was-
based on
it was
Have
a
you ever
good-
been diving?
No, I know you have your diving certification.
I have half
right?
of
And
it.
your boat license.
I have to
right?
redo it. I have to redo the diving license.
So,
Last Breath.
so this
Last
movie,
That diver, Chris.
this movie, Last Breath, happened in Alaska. They were
Mhm.
doing those. They were doing repairs to a gas oil pipeline,
Mhm.
and the divers, they're on like a umbilical cord. And I've said umbilical cord more times this podcast than I, cared to ever want to again.
Oh, I've noticed.
So they're on an umbilical cord,
Okay.
and it has hot water
Okay.
so that the suit stays warm, because when you're all the way down there, if you are stop doing that. If you're in the because you're gonna make noise and it's gonna come up. If you're down there for like 25 minutes, your
Mhm.
body, or like 2 minutes, you go into
Sock.
shock, and then I think it's 25 minutes. You're like a frozen piece of like
Meat.
exactly,
Yeah.
and you're just floating.
But that
So
was-
this one guy's.
No.
So this one guy was down there, and so there's like a hub that they launch down that's pressurized to the same pressure as the bottom of the ocean. And then when they get to the bottom of the ocean, they get out and they're on the thing and they climb down to the object.
Wait, what do you mean? They climb
so
into
there's
the
a boat.
tub?
There's a boat that chains down an orb that's like a tank that you're sitting in that's pressurized, and then the bottom opens. There's still air in the top.
So the
You drop
pressure
down,
matches
then
the certain level of ocean that you're in, not straight at the bottom, like straight at the bottom pressure.
No, because it's a pressurized tank, so the pressure around you is equal at a certain distance.
Okay.
So once you meet that distance, you can exit.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't die.
But
Of course, yeah.
but can I say something?
Yeah.
Because you were talking about him freezing to death, right?
Because the ocean that in Alaska,
That's
what
not
is it?
problem.
What sea is that? You know.
But that wouldn't kill him. He would kill him because he runs out of oxygen.
Well, yeah, no, but I was saying that's why the water is used. We talked about the hot water for way too long. It's the hot water, the oxygen,
Yeah,
and like
because
When you go
freeze.
deep in the ocean, it gets colder and the
Yeah,
pressure
but
also
That's
increases.
not why he died.
yeah, he got
Almost died and came back to life.
he got disconnected from
The O2?
the O2,
But he
yeah,
would've
the oxygen.
suffocated.
He would have
Drowned.
he would have drowned. He would have drowned.
Well, in his little thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he had 5 minutes of additional oxygen that he could attach to his thing.
It sucks.
Yeah, so he
That's
was
like
down
rescue
there.
drivers-
He was down there for
driver
27
stories.
minutes, and he had 5 minutes of oxygen.
Mm-hmm.
And I think because his body was so cold and he was breathing so slow that it saved his life
Yeah.
because the hot water shut off. If the hot water was still on, he would have been breathing faster because he would have been alive, and he would have ran out of oxygen and suffocated and then drowned, I think.
That's the thing that's what. So diving, I'll only do in open water. I'll never go into a cave because if you get stuck in a cave, it's like you have like a minute.
How
of
would you get
oxygen.
stuck in a cave?
So like, let's say, what's like a massive cave system. So like, let's say you make a wrong turn.
Oh.
So like, now it's like, well, you're stuck in a cave. You have like a minute of oxygen on you, and there's only so many air pockets, and you have to have like a rescue diver come down there, risk his life, and try to find you in the amount of time before you'll die in the air pocket.
Yeah.
It's all, I don't know. I'll
That's
never do it,
crazy.
Yeah.
And we just watched another movie too where they had a bank vault that had some gold that the people had stolen.
It's the one with the water that floods it.
The water floods.
Yep. That one was okay. It was
It
it definitely played into too many, like, you know,
It had the Harry Potter guy in it.
it did, but it definitely played into too many, you know, like, oh, we have a job. It's like, I got just the guy for you. I got him, master of demolitions. I got a master of, like, contortionist. I got this. It fell into all the tropes that are common in bank robbing movies.
Yeah, we got all the guys, and we got the spy that,
Yeah.
you know.
M6.
Almost ruins the mission.
What's the English Secret Service? Is it M16? No, it's not M16.
The English Secret Service?
Yeah, James Bond works for it.
M16 would be so badass, but I have no idea.
No.
Let me look it up.
Is it
for you.
M14? It's something. I think it starts with the letter M. But they referenced that movie.
I just typed English service twice.
Service?
Yeah, English service.
There's cookies.
Do you want another cookie, Matt?
Nah, I want to watch you eat all of them.
English Secret Service, also known as the M16. I can't. If I eat another one,
It's
I'm
the
gonna die.
M16?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Or the M16.
Alright. I was right. Oh, I guess I am British. I don't know.
Yeah, you might be. So when are you taking that speech pathology stuff to figure out what's going on?
It's funny. They gave me Julie's number, and I keep forgetting to fucking text her.
Do you want to text her right now and ask her about it? Or are you going to wait till Monday? Are you going to wait till...
It's only 4 o'clock on a Sunday.
It's not terrible.
I have to call my aunt.
Okay, we'll cut this out. Yeah, we'll cut this out.
That happened on a trip, though. I hate being... So when I was in EMT, I hated it because I was like, oh, if we get hurt, we could rely on you. But it's like, I don't have any of my fucking equipment. Like, I'm wearing a T-shirt and so... What do you want me to do when you get...
Make a tourniquet out of your own T-shirt.
I mean, I can, but it's going to be like a tourniquet made of it's not going to be effective, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like, well, if they died, it's like, yeah, you know, he survived for this many hours, but all he had was a tourniquet made of T-shirt. It's like, well, that guy tried his fucking hardest, you know?
Yeah.
But that shit was so annoying when everybody would be like, we'll rely on you. It happened on a vacation. So my aunt was like, can you examine this person before you go on the plane? Because he doesn't want to go to the hospital because since he'll miss a flight. I'm like, you think I'm a fucking doctor? I'm like, I don't have any of the fucking... I don't even have a stethoscope. I can't... What do you want me to do?
You don't even look the part.
Yeah.
Your white trench coat's in your closet.
Yeah. In my closet.
Yeah, it is in your closet. You ever do swimming at the gym?
I was in swim club. I did swim. Yeah. I'm a
Swim club
yes.
for what?
High
school?
No, it's college.
Oh, college.
I went for like 2 weeks, but then I stopped going.
So you called that you went to swim club?
Yeah.
You said that you tried swim club.
I went to. I didn't join it.
You
I
did
just went
2
to
weeks
it.
of it. Yeah, you tried it.
Every day you go, you went to swim club. I don't see the issue here. I didn't say
Because
it was
went
part of
to
it.
sounds like you had a whole like 3 or 4 years of swim club in college.
No, I'm a part of swim club, right? Am I right, viewers?
You're probably right.
All right, so I went to swim club for 2 weeks, and I did get decently okay at freestyle. Freestyle is so like the breathing while like dipping your head.
Yeah, turning to the left.
Yeah,
it's really hard.
Yeah,
I'm a good swimmer though. I was a lifeguard briefly.
Yeah, I got the highest swimming badge in Boy Scouts right off the bat.
Nice.
Yeah, they tested us.
You didn't even have to do the baby swim badge?
Nope.
You just went right to the big daddy swim badge?
Well, it was funny. They rated us on like time and speed. So like the amount of time it took you to complete the course. Well, I guess they're both the same.
Yeah,
time and speed.
Time and speed.
And then if you could, like if you could do it, but you didn't make the time limit. I did both on my first try. I'm like, fucking let's go.
Damn.
And I did the highest tier too. It was at Boy Scout camp.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Like the triple black diamond swim
Yeah.
test. So what was the weirdest badge you had to get in Boy Scouts?
Oh my god. I don't
You're
know.
really pondering this.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't remember too much of Boy Scouts.
You don't remember Boy Scouts?
I worked at the Girl Scouts too. It's
Did you just
all
block
just
it
like
out?
mixing together.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is there a weird Girl Scout badge, like best sewer? Or?
No, I just sat there making PB&Js for 9 hours.
That sounds horrible.
It was terrible. It was like a child.
Does your hand hurt after like stroking the bread with peanut butter?
I felt like I was in China. I literally felt like I was in like a youth labor camp. It was like 60.
You were just making peanut
it
butter
was just
and jelly.
Yeah, so like those really shitty beer pong tables kids have at colleges that fold out. It was
yeah.
like 14 of those in the basement of a church making PB&J sandwiches. The only thing that was missing was like propaganda from the country in a foreign language. That was the only thing that was missing. Like, and it was just like, it was so many Girl Scouts, and then like also the kids that the parents brought to help make sandwiches, which was fucking me and like all the other siblings, and it was literally just like a youth labor camp. But it was it was for a good cause. But it was still just like, I can't leave and I can't escape, but I have to make PB&Js for the next 6 hours. You know?
I can't believe you just equated making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Well, because imagine doing that for like 9 to 12 hours, being like, what am I doing today? Oh, you're coming with mommy. Okay, you're making PB&Js for 14 hours.
When was this on like a weekend?
It was. It was
that's
awful.
horrifying.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So did your mom make them with you, or did she just drop you off?
See how? Oh my god! But a lot of people would dropped off.
Imagine you were a Boy Scout and she dropped you off.
Yeah, dude, it was like,
She's like, my son's a Boy Scout. He can make the best damn peanut butter and jelly sandwiches in his fucking church basement.
It was like,
And
it was
she
like,
just left you there.
dude, it was like prison.
And then you had to be raised by the church.
It was like
You became a Christian.
Dude, it was.
And then you become a minister later in life because you were like,
I'm like a
I
cardinal.
remember when my mom left me in the church basement to make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for the Girl Scouts.
So what made you want to join the church? I mean, I just ended up here for PB&Js. I don't know what else happened. But yeah, no, it was funny.
God.
It was funny because
the longest living church resident in Nathaluca started here in the basement making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
But it was funny. There was like, and then it also became like prison gangs, where it's like, oh yeah, these are the boys who earned Girl Scouts, but the mothers took them here, and half of them had dropped off, and it was us at a table.
Crying.
So we have like the separate prison gangs, like making PB&J sandwiches.
Shit. This is so funny. The edible is for sure kicked in. Holy fuck. Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I feel like watching you laugh is like funny.
Oh man, I wish I had a fucking video recording of my laugh there. Oh.
It's recorded.
No, I know.
Right?
Yeah, like video. Oh my god, that was so funny. Holy shit. I gotta calm down. Can we say something a little bit less funny now? Holy shit.
We'll go back to the regular podcast. Yeah, but that shit sucked, dude. It was awful. Can we talk? Girl Scouts got to sell Girl Scout cookies. Boy Scouts sell fucking popcorn. That shit sucked.
Terrifying.
That shit sucked.
Imagine buying Boy Scout popcorn.
Do
you guys make it yourself? Is that also a labor?
No. So it'd be like a giant tin of like mixed pop, like like the one with cheese.
Yeah,
like, so
the shitty one.
It was so awful because I'd go with my sister to sell at the same time, and she'd be like, "Oh, you want some Girl Scout cookies?" And they'd be like, "Hell yeah, we do!" And then it's like, "You want some popcorn?" It's like, "Get the fuck out of my face!"
Yeah.
Like the same person's like was nice to my sister, like, "Get away from me! Get out of here!
Get off my lawn! If you bring that popcorn around again, I'm gonna fucking shoot you." I'm gonna put another ad in here. If you guys haven't already, like the video. I think that one portion alone is worthy of your like.
What, the child youth?
Like and leave a comment down below.
Yeah, dude.
Let us know. Let us know how we're doing here.
I mean,
My first time ever talking for this long on edibles too. This is insane.
The church was not against putting nets outside the windows to keep us from jumping. But we were in the basement, so it was very ineffective.
You just couldn't crawl out of them because you get stuck in a net.
There was no escape. It's like, well, what do I walk home for 2 hours? You know.
That kind of reminds me, like, because I don't know, getting stuck in a net when you were a kid and you had to play. Not you didn't have to, but you were at like McDonald's and you were playing in the little playpen area.
Yeah, the ball pit. The little tubes with the junctions where you meet up with. Yeah, fucking I know. Yeah, come on.
And then you have that one where the two towers are like crossed by a cargo net, and you just crawl from one to the other.
And you jump out of the tower pretending it's 9/11 to get on the net.
I was gonna say, if they had cargo nets between those towers, it would have been a little bit more fun. People could just,
a little bit more. 9/11 would have been a little bit more fun with that.
Not 9/11. But no, just like two buildings that are next to each other in general, just have like a little play zone in between.
Just put a mattress at the bottom. They'll hit it. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
That's physics.
Did they try to catch anybody? Probably not.
I mean, they couldn't. Like, right? Because there's
Sounds
nothing
really
set
sad.
up. Yeah.
Talking about 9/11 now. Where else is this podcast gonna go?
Let's child youth labor camps and 9/11. We're gonna leave in the child youth. Don't worry, that child youth section.
That's probably gonna be the opener to get people.
The cold me talking about making PB&Js to fucking.
I can't wait to
that
listen
shit
back.
was so depressing. That was awful. Like, imagine sitting there being like, my Saturday is now gone. I have to make PB&Js from 8 a.m. to 10 o'clock at night.
That's horrible.
It was awful. Yeah, some days it's like,
some days this was multiple days.
Well, yeah, so it happened multiple times because like
what the fuck? You
they
didn't
bait
say
me
that
into
either.
it. They happened multiple
I
times.
wish you told me that.
Yeah, so it happened. So it's imagine being like, we're going on a trip. It's like making PB&J sandwiches, and it's like, guys, we're understaffed. We couldn't bring in enough of the child labor youth force, so you guys are gonna be here an extra 3 hours. It's like, holy fuck.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, no. It was for the homeless. It was a good cause, but
I thought
honestly,
it was for the Girl Scouts. That's why I was.
No,
laughing.
it's for the homeless.
I thought you were a Boy Scout. I thought you were a Boy Scout making PB&Js for Girl Scouts.
It was for the Girl Scouts, but I was a Boy Scout.
No, I know that the Girl Scouts were giving the PB&Js to the homeless. I thought that they were gonna eat them. I thought that the Girl Scouts were gonna eat them.
I think I did. I ate them too while I was there because, like, what are we gonna eat? Nothing.
Yeah, you're
like,
so hungry.
You have to eat the PB&Js. Like, we're not gonna give you food. What do you want? The vanilla wafers upstairs that are part of Jesus's body or the wine?
There was blood. Just sip it.
I'm gonna end it here. All right. Thanks for listening to episode 13 of Canoecast. As always, please subscribe, like, and comment. We're always learning from your comments. Whether or not we read them is irrelevant.
Canoecast on edibles.
Yeah.
Book it. Episode 13. Thanks for listening.
Wow.
Yeah, a couple of our friends.
That most genuinely American of all watercraft, the canoe.